Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. Today we're over here on our F450 project. Really ain't got nothing we're going to do today. I just want to catch up on what all I have done. I didn't film a lot of it because, like I said, we're not doing a how-to video. It's more of what we did, and we've touched a lot on it. We actually just drove it down the road and back. Runs good, drives a whole lot better, got the air suspension working. So come right back and we'll go over the whole list of things that we've been doing. So we'll be right back, guys. Okay, welcome back, guys. Let's see if I can go through the list of things we've done. I think the last video we were working on welding on the receiver hitch. That's all done. Probably a good place to just start right there. So, got the receiver all finished welded. I'm happy with it. Then I went in and wired in a new 7-pin connector. I used a couple of Deutsch connectors. This one is for the 7-pin. This one is wired exactly the same way, same connectors, but it's going to go up to the bed. There won't be that many circuits on the bed. We got brake lights, clearance lights, and I'm going to make a provision for some reverse backup lights. Maybe some LEDs mounted on the bed, so when you put it reverse, have a good light back here. So that's a job all on its own, doing all the wiring. Got our airbag system working. That was a challenge. This chassis had a very overly complicated system for the ambulance. It had leveling valves. It had electric components on it to where when you open the back doors, the back of the van would kneel down, make it easier. So we don't need that on the dump truck, so eliminated all of it, and it's simply a line from this airbag and that airbag, go up to the front to a union block. Okay. They go right into that union block, and then it goes inside the cab, and there's a valve right here that you could raise or lower. They had it set up to where you could do it independently, and I really didn't like it. I don't need one airbag having more weight than the other one, so I just tied them together to where each airbag has an equal PSI. And then in here we got our toolbox mounted, and this is where I hid all the air ride stuff under here. You got your compressor, your tank, circuit board, relays, breakers, all that works good now. It's I got it wired to key on. When you turn the switch on, if the compressor needs to run, it'll kick on and run. Only thing I hadn't done in here that I'm going to redo is I'm going to make provisions for an air chuck and have an air hose where if you need to air up a trailer tire or whatever, got an air compressor, might as well use it. So we built the frames for our toolbox. Actually went, I don't think we filmed it. We went up to see our buddy Ty at Top Tier Fabrication. I actually had him order me a new piece of 3/16 2x2 angle iron, and then I had the 1/4 inch flat stock to make our box. I mean, it's solid. The bed's gonna sit about 1.5 inches right above it, and it'll be about 1.5 inches out. That's why it's sitting so far out. The bed you can see over here sitting behind me, that's getting ready to get placed on it. That's next on the list, but we had to get all this done. Here's our new seats. These come out of a 2017 450 actually that burnt. I hadn't armor all of them, nothing. Just took air hose and blowed all the broken glass off of them. But I really wanted this buddy seat for two reasons. For the console, of course. It's nice to have somewhere to rest your arm when you're driving. As well as I've got plenty of grandyoungins. I may want to take them on a trip with us. It's always good to have an extra seat. But I finally found somebody that was willing to sell them that didn't think it was worth an obscene amount of money. So I went ahead and bought them. Very, very easy installation. The passenger driver's seat bolted right in. The buddy seat we had to drill and make 4 holes because apparently the truck never had provisions for a buddy seat. It was either buckets or a bench. But we got it in there. Went through the doors. Still not happy with this door. I may end up replacing it anyway. There's something wrong with the window. It wants to stick. Yeah, there was a mountain of work went into the doors. White window motors, locks, latches. Finally got door locks to work on both sides. Let's see. Radio and all works. Did find one problem we're gonna fix. The cable for the automatic transmission. It goes from your shift lever down to the transmission. I was going to adjust it, and I got over there yesterday and I seen it was broke. So got a new one of those ordered, and then we'll fix that problem. We got our power mirrors on, just a little newer style. They look good, they work good. Over here on the front, we've got new headlights. Hadn't drove it at night, but I know it'll make a world of difference. The old ones were just cloudy, glazed over. Wasn't nothing there to be fixed. It was bad. Let's see. I'm pleased with that passenger door or driver's door now. It closes and opens easily like it's supposed to. Well, I think I know where it's at by now. What do I do with the latch? There it is. Under the hood, really hadn't changed nothing since you seen it last time. Just tightened up some wiring. I think I replaced the vacuum pump down here. It wasn't working. You know, these Fords, none of your heat and air stuff, the flapper doors won't move if you don't have vacuum. We basically just got all the ambulance wiring took off, cut out, and done away with. And it don't look near as bad now. You can actually see a motor in there. But yeah, these headlights for the money is good value, as well as the mirrors. They wasn't that bad. They made so many of these. There's plenty of people out there making them. This door is good. Power windows work, power locks work. Put a new window switch in, or mirror switch. That fixed the mirrors. Everything on the dash cluster works good. Even the radio works now. Cranks up, sounds good. You can see the seat's got a little wear, you know, but I'm happy with them for what I paid. I wasn't going to overpay for seats for a work truck, you know. If I was redoing a King Ranch or something, it'd be different. The sliding rear window, I need to pull that folding back out, but it's good enough. It's serviceable. Quite happy with it. Got a highly modified exhaust system on it now. The air ride works good. Tires and wheels are good. Went through the brakes. Everything looks good. No wheel cylinders leaking. Airbags look good. They're serviceable for now. We got provisions when we mount our bed to get the fuel tank mounted right out here where it's easily accessible. So that's about it today, guys. That catches us up. I wasn't going to bore you with taking video of me fighting with all this electronic stuff. There's a whole lot better videos out there to show you how to do some of that. But and I watched a few of them. I'm not afraid to learn something, especially somebody that knows more than I do. So that'd be my tip of the day for you. Is, don't be too proud to ask for help, or go to YouTube and look for answers and find some competent people that know what they're doing to help you. 'Cause you can't know everything. If you did know everything, it probably wouldn't be worth being around. So I enjoy learning. Not looking for a new career path. I don't want to be a Ford mechanic, but since I own one, might as well learn how to work on it. So seen Matthew walk through. What do you think, Matthew? Anything we're missing here? I'm happy with it. Other than getting our bed mounted to it, that's going to be a job, but not too bad. We got enough equipment around here. We can pick it up and walk over there and set it down pretty easily, I hope. Might wait till tomorrow morning and feel a little fresher and spry about doing it, but that's the next big project, is get that mounted. It's going to have to get sandblasted before we paint it. It's got too much loose paint on it, but that's not unexpected for the price point we in. So that's going to do it today, guys. I just wanted to do a quick video, get you caught up where we're at on our truck. I'm happy with my purchase. I purchased things in the past and regretted it. I hadn't regretted this one so far. I've been very, very pleased with it. So anything else you want to add there, Matthew? Yeah, it's what we do around the sawmill. If we're not sawing, we're working on some kind of project. Matthew's still got his boat over there. He's got to get some wiring done on it. It needs to go back to the lake, maybe after vacation. So that's going to do it, guys. As always, we appreciate you watching. Couldn't do it without you. That's why we're here. Appreciate all the subscribers. Got many, many new ones, as well as you guys have been here since the beginning. I appreciate each and every one of you. I don't take it for granted. Big shout out to Matthew and Solomon editing all these videos. It allows me the freedom to do other things, try to run my business. And I can't tell them enough. I appreciate it. If you get a chance, check out my son-in-law's channel, Solomon, at Third Beard Fishing. We got a vacation coming up. We'll be back time you see this video, but we're going to go spend some time with them, staying on the beach. Probably do a lot of beach fishing, maybe some lake fishing. We'll see how it all goes, but we'll try to make some videos while we're there. Anything else you want to add, Matthew? Guys, that's going to do it. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.